What's up, everybody? I wanted to do a video on this bit of news that I've only just seen, although it happened on the 3rd of September, and it's now, as I'm recording this, and as of you seeing this, it's the 16th. It was a couple of weeks ago. I'm only just seeing this news, and I feel like it's really angered me quite a bit. And so I wanted to talk about it's basically these US Marines that were attacked on in the streets in Turkey. I don't know much about it. I'm going to give my presumptions that it's something to do with the Israel-Palestine war. I don't even know if it is. I'm presuming it is because most of these big things happening around the world right now are related to that. In fact, I'm not even going to say if it is or not. Let's read. Let me pull up the right thing here. Okay, yeah, I've got the thing right here. This is an ABC News article. Let's read it real quick. 2 US Marines were assaulted by a group of young nationalists in Turkey on Monday, officials in both countries said, with one attacker placing a bag over the head of one service member, which we're going to watch the video in a minute. It was 2 Marines who were surrounded by 15 people who were chanting, "Yankee, go home." Ugh. Which I just want to preface this by saying Turkey are a part of NATO. And so, not a good look, Turkey. But hey, let's just crack on with this. Let's have a look. The group then restrained one Marine before one of them places a bag over the head. Moments later, another man can be seen charging the group. None of the other service members are in uniform. Okay. Let me see. So it's some sort of youth group on Monday, September 2nd, 2024, at around 4 p.m. or 1600. 2 U.S. citizen military personnel in civilian clothes were physically attacked by a group of 15 people, 2 women and 13 men, who are members of the Turkish Youth Union, the office of Süleyman Elban. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. Basically, the governor of Izmir province. Let's have a look. The statement added that the 15 alleged attackers were caught and detained by local security forces. It said 5 plainclothes U.S. service members were watching from a distance and were involved in the incident in some way. An account on X purporting to represent the TBG, TGB, they're the people, this is the Turkish youth group, TGB, said on Monday, "We put sacks on the US soldiers serving on the largest attack ship in the USA, USS Wasp. The US soldiers who carry the blood of our soldiers and thousands of Palestinians," there we go, I knew it would be, "on their hands, cannot dirty our country. Every time you step in our land, we will welcome you as you deserve." Okay, so I knew it was going to be about Israel, but there was going to be some link there because, and I did a video, I think it was like a few weeks ago, maybe it was a couple months ago now, about how the world just seems so polarizing and everyone's way more aggressive. Everyone's way more just mean with each other, right? Now let's roll back the curtain a bit. Let's watch the footage real quick. Let's watch the footage. And this is ABC's footage. Ugh. Putting a bag over someone's head is not good. Not good at all. Let's get some more footage up here. So this is another US Marine getting involved. Good on him for trying to help his friend. So yeah, Izmir's around here. Izmir, sorry. So here's Turkey, here's Cyprus. You can get like the lay of the land right here. I'm not going to put the audio on because it is ABC News, and I'm sure this is in a language that we can't hear anyway. I don't understand anyway. There's someone else that looks like they're apprehended here. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. And there's part of me there's so much anger inside about this type of stuff because NATO soldiers should feel safe in NATO countries. That should be a given, right? Whether you agree with these soldiers and what they're doing or not. And this is another thing, right? I don't think these individuals will even know what the political opinion of these soldiers are. They're doing it as a statement towards the US military. We know that most Western countries are on the side of Israel in the Israel-Palestine conflict, right? We know that's the case. And because of that, there are a lot of people who are very passionate and aggressive about their opinions, on the war. Now, I've got my opinions. I'm sure you've got your opinions. I want to take them opinions away for a moment, right? And yes, I get that I was a soldier, and you may think that I have certain opinions on this, but let's just take all them opinions away for a second, right? And let's do a hypothetical situation where these soldiers that they have apprehended might actually be the people in the US military that are like, let's not aid Israel. Let's not help Israel. We want to help these Palestinians, right? That's what these soldiers in particular might be saying. We don't know that. I'm just kind of throwing out a hypothetical situation here. But when you do things like this, right, you anger people who are in this situation, who might be on your side, right? I get that it's a way of showing your voice, right? It's a way of trying to be heard. Now, I've got another example of this because this is something that's a bit more closer to home for me in England. If you looked a while back in June, Just Stop Oil sprayed this stuff all over Stonehenge to get attention to themselves to stop the oil movement. And you might be thinking, why are you bringing this up? This has nothing to do with it. And I want to kind of show the correlation between these two ideas here that I'm talking about. The people who worship Stonehenge, the people who love Stonehenge, just think of that type of person in your head. The pagans, the people who really worship the old kind of belief systems. A lot of their political beliefs are going to be the same as the people who want to stop oil, right? Like, if you think of a Venn diagram of people who love Stonehenge and people who don't like oil and use maybe electric cars or use bikes or walk and whatever, they overlap quite a bit. And I know this personally, when you spray Stonehenge, there was a lot of people who were very progressive, who were fuming, that were so upset, genuinely really, really upset, okay? So all this did was probably make a lot of people who agreed with them stop agreeing with them, okay? Now let's go back to the attack here in Turkey. There are people in the US military, and I guarantee this because the US military is absolutely massive, that agree with Palestinians rather than Israelis about the conflict. And by doing this, attacking their people, attacking US Marines, it's going to make some of the people who are on your side go against you. Okay, this is not the way it should be done. Now, I do understand, and I know that the rebuttal would be, people are dying in Palestine, and in Palestine, like, there's a lot of children and people, and this is an urgent thing that needs to be done right now. And I get that. That's 100% valid. And to the people who are that passionate and that, like, we need to stop this right now, this might be justified, right? All I'm saying is that you're creating more of a divide. What we need right now is people to come together, and I don't care right now what your political opinion is, right? What I do think is that the world should be coming together to help, to spread love. And I know this is a military kind of vibe channel, and I know that when people say spread love, it sounds very hippie, but it's the truth, right? One thing I learned in the Royal Marines, when I was in the British Commandos, right, I joined the Royal Marines to help people. It wasn't to hurt people and all this other stuff. It came from a place of wanting to be bigger than myself and help, right? And a lot of people in the US military, a lot of people in military in general believe that same statement. And so attacking and dividing is not the way this is going to help, whether you are on one side or the other, right? And so the whole situation is just, it's exhausting, isn't it? It's just so exhausting. Look at that. This is just so exhausting. It's almost as if, like, we can't just be mature enough to legitimately make decisions, right? We can't be level-headed and create real change. Do I have the answer for the real change? I don't, right? But when you start attacking soldiers in the streets, it's going to make people like me, who have seen soldiers attacked in the streets on TV before. We're in England. It happened. If you don't know who Lee Rigby is, search that up. What I'm saying is attacking soldiers in the streets, especially NATO soldiers in a NATO country, is not going to help. It's really not. I don't care what you think my political beliefs are, because you probably have no idea. I know for a fact you have no idea what my political beliefs are, because I never spout them on this channel. But this is not the way. It's not the way. It really isn't. And it brings me a crazy amount of sadness, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry for like my children, right? It brings us to a bad place. I don't know what the repercussions should be here, because this is all the article talks about what actually happened. It doesn't go into what the repercussions are of what's gonna happen. I think that there should be something that... Oh, interesting. Task and Purpose did a bit on it, which is very interesting. We know Task and Purpose, the YouTube channel, are a very good YouTube channel when it comes to information. Let's see what they've got to say. Okay. Local Izmir police. Oh, do one. And the Naval Criminal Investigation Service are cooperating in investigation in the incident. No Marines have been detained by authorities, and those individuals are cooperating with investigators. Video of the incident circulating widely on social media shows one of the service members distressed in the civilian clothing. Yeah, I think it's probably just no information about how the altercation started was immediately available. Turkey has detained 15 members of the Turkish Youth Union, an anti-American group, in a connection with the incident. The same group is believed responsible for the 2014 attacks on 3 soldiers from the destroyer USS Ross. Oh, about 20 members of the Turkish Youth Union surrounded and placed bags over the sailors' hands. In 2016, 2 members of the group also tried to put bags over the head of a US soldier at an air base in Turkey. Oh my God. So this isn't a new thing for them. The WASP Amphibious Ready Group recently completed a bilateral training exercise with Turkey in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. In August, the Defense Department dispatched the WASP, ARG-MEU, and other ships to the Middle East following the Israel airstrikes that killed a senior, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we kind of gather that stuff. Yeah, it seems like we don't know what the repercussions are, but if there's... Let me talk about something else right now. If there is a NATO country where NATO civilian or NATO military members feel unsafe, should there be repercussions for that country in some way? Should there be an expulsion from NATO? Should there be some sort of financial repercussion? Should there be some sort of way of saying to this country, get a grip of these people? Because we can't have... Like, this is supposed to be a NATO country. We're supposed to be going here and helping. And yet the opposite is happening. And so what are them repercussions looking like? And then we're probably not going to find out what they are anyway, are we? Or if we do, it won't be for a long time. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. I know it's a place of high political opinion. I understand that. And it's almost very personal to a lot of people. I know a lot of people who are very passionate about supporting Palestine. I know a handful of people as well who are very passionate about supporting Israel. And it's very difficult to give your voice out there without being absolutely bombarded with hate, unfortunately, because this world is just so full of hate these days. Even if it comes from a place of uneducation, right? There are so many topics that I'm not educated on. And so when one person says to me, Israelis were in Israel first, or Jews were in Israel first, or when other people tell me that the Palestinians were there first and Muslims were there first, and I don't know, I'm not educated on that, right? And I think that people are also forgetting that it's okay to not have an opinion on something and just be like, you know what? I don't have enough information to give an opinion right now. I think it's also important for people to turn around and say, there is a lot of information out there that seems unreliable, and therefore I cannot give an opinion on that right now. And although that sucks, and although you might think that I am the enemy for not having an opinion, just remember that it comes from a place of just not knowing enough information. All right? And I think my big opinion on this is don't attack NATO soldiers on NATO streets. Because if you do that, you should be locked up because you're a part of NATO. Whether you agree with one country or not, you shouldn't be attacking them soldiers. Full stop. You're going to alienate people who are on your side potentially. Okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Very sensitive topic today. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. Until next time, let's hope that this stuff starts to calm down, even though I don't think it will. Let's just hope the world just chills the hell out for a minute. Right? Let's all just take a deep breath. Take a chill pill. All right? Until next time, stay safe. I love you all. Goodbye.